Sutton Stracke's West Hollywood clothes. The boutique has been featured on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills show on multiple occasions. At this point, however, it appears that the shop is experiencing significant financial difficulties. You will learn what it is going on if you continue reading. An explanation of Sutton Stracke's concept store under the Sutton Point. In 2016, Sutton Stracke received a substantial amount of money as a result of her divorce from her spouse, Christian. The couple has been married for 16 years and have 3 children together. In addition, she disclosed to Andy Cohen, as part of the deal, she receives $300,000 each month from her former partner. Sutton uses the funds for various passion projects. Finance her various passion projects, one of which being the Sutton Concept Boutique, which is located in West Hollywood, California. There was a segment on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that spoke about the grand opening of the business in 2019. In Season 10, Sutton Stracke She joined the reality show as a recurring cast member. Bravo broadcasts the show. In the 11th season, she was promoted to full-time cast member. Not only will Sutton will be back for the next 14 seasons, but she will also have someone with her side this time around. Jennifer Tilly, an actress, will make an appearance the upcoming season as a friend of character. The boutique owned by Sutton Stracke features items of high-end clothes from various designers. In the forthcoming season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the shop launched a new range, as stated on their Instagram account. Is the clothing store owned by an RHOBH star in financial difficulty? It might appear like the Sutton Stracke store is doing well, but it's possible that social media is telling the wrong story. An individual who is a fan of Bravo recently noticed a sign that was disturbing outside of the store in West Hollywood. The building has a sign that reads for lease on the side of the structure. The online store of the store is still accepting orders, despite the fact that the physical store is closed for the full month of August. According to another admirer, does the boutique owned by Sutton Stracke have any financial problems? A few additional hypotheses to consider. Smash and grab. Stealing is becoming increasingly popular in the state of California, and one user on social media argued that this could be the cause of the store's alleged financial problems. On the other hand, another individual indicated that the 4 lease signs were not for the business owned by the RHOBH star, but rather for the location that is adjacent to Sutton's concept. There has been no remark by either Sutton Stracke or the boutique regarding the future of the store. However, there are doubts. Viewers of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills who believe that the supposed financial difficulties at the store, it could be her storyline for the future. Kyle Richards' divorce will likely dominate the upcoming season. Dominated by Kyle Richards' divorce. The 14th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has not yet announced its premiere date. Bravo has not yet determined the premiere date for the 14th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Bravo has not yet determined the premiere date. On the other hand, the launch of the new season, The Real Housewives of New York, will take place on Wednesday, October 1st. Are you of the opinion that the West Hollywood location of Sutton Stracke's store might be closing and transitioning to an online-only boutique? The pastel-toned corridors of Beverly Hills never seem to lack drama, whether it's in the marble-laden homes of reality, royalty, or the gleaming shop fronts that dot Rodeo Drive. But now attention is turning to one such boutique that blends both worlds. The Sutton Concept, the polished curated clothing and lifestyle stores owned by none other than the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Sutton Stracke. Whispers have begun circulating in the 90,210 area. To air that Stra's famed store, a spot once hailed for its fashionable flair, and hosting star-studded art pop-ups, it might be in financial trouble. And when it comes to Sutton, nothing stays secret. For a long time, especially with the Bravo. Cameras are rolling, and castmates are always ready to spill a little tea. Chapter 1. From Southern Belle to Beverly Hills. Entrepreneur Sutton Stracke has always stood out in the RHOBH ensemble. A native of Augusta, Georgia, she came into the reality scene with her quirky sense of humor, rich Southern charm, and her taste for couture was unabashedly her own. She wasn't a diamond holder right away, but when she earned her full-time spot, her flamboyant style, emotional honesty, and love of all things luxury made her instantly polarizing and memorable. Off camera, Sutton had long been recognized for her passion for fashion, ballet, and the arts. A former associate director of development for the Cunningham Dance Foundation, she translated her appreciation of aesthetics into her retail venture, the Sutton Concept. Tucked into a chic corner of West Hollywood, the store quickly became a statement. Part high-end boutique, part gallery, part social space. Sutton described it not merely as a store, but as a concept that merges culture. The concept blends culture, fashion, and enjoyment. With its unique installations, clothing curated from indie designers, and events that often included our wine tastings or galleries showings, the Sutton Concept was unlike any other Bravo housewife store. But in recent months, the spark has begun to dim. Chapter 2. Empty racks and empty streets. Rumors of financial struggle first surfaced when fans noticed the store's social media had gone uncharacteristically silent. Sutton, once known to tag and post images of new arrivals, fashion shoots, and gallery collaborators, had not promoted the boutique in weeks. Unusual behavior for a savvy person, a businesswoman with a penchant for designer branding. More telling, however, there were the eyewitness reports. "I walked in on a Saturday and the store was nearly empty," said one Hob fan on Reddit. "No customers, hardly any inventory, and only one staff member." There was only one staff member behind the counter. Another claimed that even the windows, once dressed to impress, looked bare and uninspired. Some even claimed Sutton, she hadn't been seen near the shop in months, prompting speculation that her priorities or financial resources had shifted. Was it the Beverly Hills slowdown, a result of the ongoing drama in her personal life, or was it something more troubling going on behind the scenes? Chapter 3. The housewife's life isn't cheap. One undeniable fact, being a real housewife isn't just about table flips and luxury getaways. It's a lifestyle that often demands a kind of extravagant upkeep. Sutton is known for her couture collections, favoring brands like Valentino, Dolce & Gabbana, and Gambitista Valley. Her fashion sense often makes headlines, and she's famously said she spends more on fashion than food. While Bravo stars are often paid handsomely, reports suggest Sutton now earns upwards of $600,000 a season. Her spending habits may eclipse even that. In season 14 of her hobby, Sutton confessed to going through a rough patch financially after an investment went sideways. "It's temporary," she told Garcelle during one emotional lunch. "But when you're used to living at one level and things dip, it messes with your head." Could the dip be worse than she let on? Chapter 4. Friendships frayed and business blamed. Adding fuel to the fire were Sutton's increasingly tense relationships with her co-stars. Season 14 has seen her clash with Kyle Richards, Erika Jayne, and newcomer Julia Marks. Many of her castmates have hinted at Sutton's stress, and Erika Jayne never one to hold back, even dropped a subtle dagger during a group dinner. It's challenging to throw pop-ups when your credit cards are maxed out, though Sutton dismissed the jab as just Erica being Erica. Fans weren't so sure. Sutton's reaction, red-faced and unusually silent, spoke volumes. Later in a confessional, she admitted, "I don't appreciate people dragging my business into their petty. I don't appreciate people involving my business in their small-scale power struggles. I built my store from the ground up. It's my pride and joy." Still, Sutton didn't deny the accusation. She danced around the specifics, which of course only made this speculation worse. Chapter 5. What's really going on behind? What's truly happening behind the boutique's doors? In an exclusive interview with a Bravo-adjacent blogger, a former employee of the Sutton concept, they spoke anonymously about what they claimed were signs of financial decline long ago. Before fans caught on, we weren't getting new inventory as often. They said events were being canceled or postponed last minute, and Sutton was rarely around. It felt like a vibe shifted, like something was going on, but no one was allowed to say it out loud.